at the big camera there.
The images are hard to forget. About this time last year, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was welcoming Syrian refugees at Pearson Airport. A year later, we're taking a look at how some of those refugees who took a leap of faith are faring in their new home.
My life is complete here, and I'm like, I have everything, and I have a safe. I can do anything here without anyone threatening me.
It's hard to believe less than a year ago, Nassim Masrabi had just landed in Canada, barely speaking any English and relying on government assistance to survive.
In Syria, I lost the hope for my future. I lost everything.
After being accepted by the Canadian government for sponsorship, the 25-year-old grad student made the difficult decision to leave his family behind. He remembers his father's words of encouragement.
You have to go to somewhere you can do your talents. You can do what you love.
So that's exactly what he did, volunteering his graphic design and marketing skills, and after just 4 months landing a job as a marketing coordinator.
Right away, we're starting a job, then told the immigration, thank you so much for supporting me, but it's time now to be independent.
Most of the families have, after 1 year, really come a long way, feeling much more settled, and now the big question is employment, and many of them are actually already employed, which is really wonderful.
Bayan Khatib with the Syrian Canadian Foundation says community organizations have been working hard to help Syrians land on their feet before their government sponsorship runs out. But she says there's still a long road ahead.
There are, of course, families that need a lot more support. They were very tied up with medical problems, for example, and just didn't have the time or energy to commit to learning language or employment.
Khatib says many are also struggling with their mental health after the trauma they've experienced and dealing with the pain of leaving loved ones behind.
I think what really hurts for most of them is that they're watching what's happening in the rest of Syria and Aleppo and Homs, and their relatives who are still stuck there and unable to find safety.
This is the hardest things you ever get, that you are in safe and you are so happy, but you feel your parents are not good. This is the worst things. So I believe that I have to bring him to complete my life.
Khatib says there are still a number of Syrian families on waiting lists. They're just waiting for private sponsors to help bring them to Canada. It costs about $27,000 a year. Ginella Massa, City News.